So we're going to do this one a little bit like our ballpoint pen animals where we couldn't erase. We're not going to do any circle and we're not going to do any of that. We're just going to go for it with confidence because we're artists. We're awesome like that.
Woohoo!
But I just want you to see where you're going to place her, probably on the left so that you have more room for the flowers. But you also want room for her wings. So like if I cut my paper in half, her nose is probably going to touch the halfway mark. So that's kind of like where we're starting off. We're going to start with the face. So I'm going to be drawing mostly with a very, very light touch with my light brown. We're not going to use any black because black is a little too harsh. How can I zoom in here? So just keep in mind I'm about halfway on my paper. And we're going to start with her little nose, just a little backwards J. Not too curvy of a J unless you want her nose really sticking up in the air. I mean, that's fine. She's a fairy after all. We've got her little nose. And then we'll do a very, very, very short line for the upper lip. Since she is very childlike, she's not going to have a very long philtrum. And then we'll give her just a little smile. One thing to keep in mind is that her forehead and her chin are going to be in about the same level. So when I start to do her lower lip and her chin, I want to bring it back to this starting line here. I want her chin to end up about there. And we'll just kind of generally swoop it back for now.
I think I'm looking at the original image right now, and I think you can see through the fabric of her dress a little bit.
You can on that one, but it's a little more advanced for this class. So
oh yeah, I'm not going to do that. No, I just that's something I noticed.
Yeah.
Don't scare me, Michaela.
And then right at the tip of her nose, if you went backward, you get the bottom of her eye. So from the tip of the nose backward and very close to that edge, I'm going to place just a little oval. We're not going to worry about eye white and eye color and all that. We're just going to put a little oval there. That's where the eye is going to go. And above the eye is going to be an eyebrow. And a little bit of a forehead. Then we're going to add some hair. Now I'm going to draw basically the outline shape and then put in the shading, all with my brown pencil. If you happen to be making a character with white hair, you'll probably want to do this with a light blue or some other color that's more similar to your final hair color. So I'm going to start with that little piece of bangs that goes right over the top. And if you want to change her hairstyle, that's fine too. Make that little piece of hair. Then I'm going to flick from the origin spot, where it's growing out of her scalp, and just color in that end. And I'll do the same thing at the tips, and I'll flick backwards and leave some white in the middle.
Oh, the colored pencils don't erase very well, do they?
No
erasing.
Yeah. No erasing? I didn't sign up for that.
No.
Yes, you did. Read the syllabus.
I read part of it.
There you go.
It said fairies.
You stopped after fairies. Oh, flower fairies. All right, let's do it.
Right. I'm in.
I'm going to put this next piece of hair very close to her eyebrow.
Never saw no erasing.
What was that?
That's
Got a text message?
yeah, must have. I didn't see it. I'm flicking.
You're flicking. Yeah. Can't be bothered now.
That's
You're
right.
drawing fairy hair.
I've tried. And my priorities.
That's right. There are important things. Fairy hair.
When you notice your marks are starting to look more like a crayon and less like a colored pencil, that's when you got to sharpen it. When it gets too dull, it'll start looking like a crayon. If you want to be able to see her ear, you can put a little ear back there. How far away should it be? Basically from her eye to the bottom of the chin should be the same distance as from the eye to the back of the ear. Just in general.
I have hair there.
That's fine. You don't need to see the ear then.
Okay, good.
And if it's easier for you, you can just very, very lightly, you might not even be able to see it on camera, do the rest of the back of her head just in a general shape. You can know how far back to go, and then just continue filling in with different hair shapes. Flick from where it's growing, flick from where it ends, and repeat.
And one useful thing I found out about Fire Pack is you can sometimes you can do this all the time. You can just go to the eraser, you can go to the brush control, and you can lower the opacity so that way you don't get fully rid of the sketch, but it just like when you're still working on it, you can still like get like you know.
You can still see it a little bit without it looking like the final line.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll just cover up her ear. Not doing anything for the drawing. Add a little curl there.
Her hairstyle kind of reminds me of like a curly version of. Remember that one Snow White movie where the evil queen had a brother with a really stupid haircut?
No. I don't remember
A
the
brother. I don't remember
brother?
anybody related to them.
Yeah, it was like a live action. It came out before like Disney started doing the remakes, but it was like a live action thing, and it was supposed to be like a serious thing. Snow White Through the Looking Glass? Is that what it's called? I can't remember.
Oh, I think I passed that one when I'm like looking for things to watch, but
Yeah, anyway,
mention it.
just to let you know, the evil queen in that movie has a brother with just a really stupid haircut.
Oh,
Well, that makes me want to watch it now.
I know, right?
I want to see how stupid this haircut is.
It'll have
It's
to
like-
go some. The styles are really interesting right now.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like
Interesting.
I think it's historically accurate. I think like other dudes from that era had those types of hairstyles, but man, it does not look good on that guy. Or maybe not anyone.
After you've got your shading in, you're going to take either that same pencil and color it in more lightly, or take a different color and fill in those white areas. If you find that the colors blend in too much and you're losing all your shading, just go grab a darker color and come back and reinforce that shading on your hair locks.
Yeah, at first I wasn't very confident in this, but then it's like I started like filling in the details of the hair, and now I feel better about it.
All
I do
right.
too. I really like the hair. We better not wreck it now.
Nope, we're not going to wreck it. You're going to be done as soon as you fill in the color. Of course, I had to go back and redo all my shading because I didn't pick the right color.
Is it okay if I don't do it? Like if I don't like get a bunch of colored brushes and do it the same way you're doing it?
Of course it is fine.
No, I'm sorry.
You might fail the class.
Yeah, you might fail the class, but no, I'm kidding. You can do whatever is most fun for you because that's our #1 priority here. Have a good time. Second priority, hopefully you learn something.
I feel like I'm learning something, like
All
doing
right. We've got the
What?
hair. It's beautiful. Then we're going to get that same outline color that we had before when we were working on the face, and we'll give her a neck. And her neck is going to go a little bit backward.
I think she's got big hair. Mine.
She's got big hair on yours? Good. She's a little fairy. She should have nice big hair.
Where do I put the neck with big hair? Let me see.
Well, if you can't see the back part of it, you can just put in the front part of her neck.
Okay.
That works too. And we'll go ahead and add a little triangle of a shadow right under there, just lightly. No big deal. And then we're going to get into the dress. So whatever color you've picked for your dress, grab those colored pencils. I've got some light blues and a indigo blue. But you can use 3 different purples, you can use 3 different yellows, whatever you like. And we're going to start with our lightest color and sketch out the shape of a sleeve that should cover her whole neck. It should go from one side of the neck to the other. And it looks a little bit like a lily of the valley blossom. So we're going to do a little bit of a bell shape. And we'll end it in 3 little spikes. Not actual spikes, little scalloped, rounded scalloped edge.
How do you know how wide to make it, Betsy? Or how long?
How long? Let's see. Maybe about as long as her head.
Big hair or just her head? Chin
Just her head, like just from her eyebrow. Let's say from her eyebrow to her chin.
Okay.
About that size. Eyebrow to chin. Yeah. And then right away, we're going to add some shading.
And how wide, Betsy?
How wide? Wide enough that it touches both sides of her neck. If you have hair covering it, then we want to pretend that if her neck was there,
Okay.
how far back would it go?
Is there an eraser you can buy?
Nope.
No erasing.
You're going to learn to have a light touch.
Is there a eraser for colored pencils? Come on.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
fine.
with your lightest color, we're going to try a new technique here. We're going to fill it in lightly all the way. If you need to make your shape a little larger, luckily you can do that as you're coloring it in.
I like that color of purple. Why don't I have that color of purple?
And then we're going to get our darkest color. And we're going to put just the shape of the shadow that we want right here. Just lightly, lightly. I'm trying to do a lighter and lighter pressure as I move to the back. Lighter, 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 lighter.
But that was a different color, right?
Yes, that was an indigo blue that I was using. It doesn't have to be indigo blue, just a darker blue. But I started out with medium pressure and then just got lighter and lighter and lighter as I went to the back.
Truly, there's no eraser for colored pencils.
Truly, there's no eraser.
I feel like there probably is somewhere.
You can
They
buy
have
colored
erasers
pencils
for-
that are color erased, but
Yeah, there is a brand of colored pencil that comes with a little eraser at the top, just like a normal pencil.
That's just faking us out though, right? They don't.
No.
They don't erase all the way, no. You can lighten them.
Okay.
You know, hey guys, want me to show you like the picture of that dude I was telling you about, the one where the evil queen is a brother with terrible hair.
Yes,
The
please.
terrible hair, sure.
Yeah, here he is, really quick. Oh, post disable screen sharing.
Whoops. Good lie, I did not. That's a default. Try it now.
Yeah. Anyway, here he is.
Oh, those are some short bangs.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the evil queen's brother.
Show that to Donovan. He'll realize what a good haircut he really got.
Yeah.
Here he is.
where is Donovan? I've done
No,
that to
he's like
girls
somewhere,
before.
I don't know. Maybe he's like grounded or something. Or
Oh.
maybe, yeah, because I forgot to like mention it because they usually don't do this, so I have to mention it, and I forgot to mention it before it. Like, and they
Okay,
only got like 10 minutes.
Back to fairies.
Yeah, okay, sorry.
No problem. So you've got your shading at the back there. And then if you want to add one more, lighter than this first line, but just a little layer of a shadow right there. Little oval. And I'll go back to my first light blue and just coming from the back of her neck, we're going to draw the back of her dress going down.
Maybe I've been saved.
Just the back line, not the front, because remember her arm's going to cross in front of her dress. Just the back line first. And then we'll have a little, oops, I should actually show what I'm doing here.
Now, how far down?
How far down? Let's take a look. I took from her eyebrow to her chin, 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. Or 4 sleeve lengths, since that was the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, about 4. Oops, let me show what I'm drawing here. I'm coming down, there's a little bump where the fabric is going to be crumpled on the back of the knee.
4, you said?
Yeah, just about 4.
2. No. 1, 2. Should work. Wow, pretty good. Are you almost done with that? Just got one more minute. Dang, kid.
And whatever color you used for the face, we're going to use the same color for the feet. Sticking out the back here. We'll just do a little curved line and end in a toe. Little baby toe. And we'll just add a few more bumps. 1, 2, 3. Maybe 3. And
So
the
that's the
there.
big toe.
Light it up a little because you're off the bottom of our screens. Lovely little foot. That's the bottom of her foot. Right?
Bottom of the foot. So then you'll have a bump for the ball of the foot and a bump for the heel. Hopefully that makes a little more sense. Again, we're not focusing too much on anatomy.
Good thing.
Simple, simple shapes. See if I can get the other one up here too. There we go. I'm going to color in a little bit where the fabric is casting a shadow right on the ankle. And then the other foot, we can barely see anything. It's just this series of bumps behind there. So I'll go bump for a heel, bump for a ball of the foot, bump for one of the toes, and then we'll just lightly color that foot in since it's in the back. It's going to be darker. Then we'll work on the wings. And again, you can make them any color you want. You can change the shape if you'd rather have more of a butterfly type wing, you can do that. I'm going to go ahead and stick to this kind of elongated raindrop type shape. I'm grabbing a pink.
We didn't actually pick out any wing colors.
Oh, we didn't? Okay. Well, you can make them pink, purple,
Pink.
blue.
Pink will do.
Probably not green since we've got some green coming in the background. It's going to be green on green. That's kind of hard. And then this lower shape coming down. If you go over the blue part of the dress, that's fine because as you can see, there's some blue shading that comes in later anyway. So that will all be layered on top of one another. Then we have the shape for the other wing in the back. Just like the other foot, it's going to be just a skinny, skinny shape tucked back there. In the original drawing, she only has 2 wings, that's it. I added like the underwing, the third wing. I kind of went crazy with the shading. I didn't like the shading that I put on there, but I put an extra wing because I thought it looked nice. It's up to you if you want to put another wing shape down here or not.
Well, you have to. Don't you know the rules?
What are the rules?
Angels have 2 rings, fairies have 4.
Oh, is that a rule?
I didn't know that rule.
Yes, I learned it in Disneyland.
Oh,
Really? It's got to be right then.
gotta be right.
Getting straight. Golly, guys. Told you I like fairies.
Yeah. You can make the wings nice and big. You can see they're going well over the feet. Unless you run out of paper, then you can't. But otherwise, you can make them fairly big. And we're going to put in a couple of interior shapes, starting with this really skinny curve, really flat oval right along there. And a couple of wiggly lines coming off of that. What I'm aiming for is uneven. This one you can see it got a little bit like stripes because I made it too evenly spaced and they're all looking the same. So I'm going to learn from that and change it in this one and make them a little more irregular. Not too many, don't go crazy. Now on the bottom wing, it's probably going to be a little bit more shaded, so I'll just put a few little wiggly lines down there. And that'll be it. Wings in the back are automatically going to get a layer, a soft, light layer of your color. Just fill it in like we filled in that other foot.
Kristen,
Yes.
that email that came out, is there going to be a the con in Stockton?
I believe there is. They haven't canceled it yet. That's all I can say. You know, the way the coronavirus is going, it could get canceled any minute, but it hasn't been.
It hasn't so far.
Very hard to.
Very hard to predict, huh?
We need volunteers just in case.
That's me. That's me. What day is it?
It's the 15th and 16th of August, or 14th, 15th. It's center of August.
Saturday, Sunday?
Yeah.
Yep, Saturday, Sunday. I'm also going to take whatever color I used for outlining the face and outlining the feet, and I'll give a layer of that right on top.
Oh.
No, what color is that? Red?
This one's the same color as what you used for the outline of the skin.
Okay, just a minute. That's a minute. Thank you, Judah. Don't let Max out.
Oh my gosh, I was wood shopping, huh?
Yeah, flea market. I'm in school now. I'll get in trouble by the teacher if I play too much.
Okay.
I'll play.
Oh, the shreddings for the guinea pigs? Okay, thank you. There you go. You want a mocha?
And I'll use that color to outline and just kind of pop this wing forward a little bit more, giving it a stronger color.
I don't have the patience. Too hyper. Oh, I gotta go home. I'm tired. I got 2 dogs coming in the morning. Oh boy. And then I guess next week I got Chloe for 4 days now.
Oh, well.
So, now,
Look, you sure you don't want to do this? This is way fun. Kristen, tell her it's way fun.
It's more than that.
Yeah.
It's super way fun.
Yes.
Fine.
live there.
Well, because Betsy, the teacher,
Those are my hands. Hello.
she can even make me look.
Yes, she makes us look good.
Makes us look good.
Yeah.
I got that at Barbara's yard sale. You didn't see it, man.
Counts for the closet, but it's not maybe what do you call it, sprayed it or whatever. I get my dog that tree stuff too.
The Pet Supply has buy one get one 50% off now.
Oh, I mean, over there on Stockton Street. I
Yeah.
just came from there. I had to go get Bella new food. She has
And whatever color the dress is, I'm going to start laying some of that color right into the wing.
Okay. Now, the color we used to shade with, or the
first color, the lighter color.
cheer up and
I gotta go. I'll see you later. I gotta go. I gotta get Bella her food. She has to urinary tract food now. Okay, I'll see you later.
Okay, see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hold on, I need to let Puppy. Oh, never mind.
Watch Max.
Okay, Dad.
Thank you. How? Got a key? Did you switch colors?
Nope.
Still using just the dress color?
Yep, just the dress color. It'll probably smear around some of the pink, so it'll look a little purpley now and then.
What about the, should I add some of the shading that we used on the sleeve?
And the sleeves. Oh, no. Well, I mean, you can. There's a little bit of a darker mark right at the top there. If you'd like to bring in your darker blue too, you can bring in a little darker blue at the top. I'll leave that up to you if you want to do that or not. And I'm going to grab a light yellow and color in just this middle section right here. I'm going to color right over my light blue, so you should get a little bit of a green effect happening. Very subtle, but it adds kind of a rainbowy shimmer to the wings that I like.
My pink, I guess, was so light that it kind of disappeared.
Well, that's better than having a mark that you can't get rid of. You can always come back and reinforce it.
Base it with another color. There's
Yeah.
the base.
Yellow.
Yep, and get that light yellow in there, almost to the end of the wing, almost to the tip.
We did a class like this with the colored pencils blending. When was that, Kristen?
Blending colored pencils.
Where we blended colors with pencils.
Well, we sort of did that with the tattoos.
So then you went back to the pink again on the bottom, or did you?
Yep, just going back to the pink on the bottom. I'm overlapping the yellow just a little bit, so you'll get a slightly different color where the two colors are overlapped. If not, no big deal. Your wings just aren't as magical as mine. No, I'm kidding.
Like confidence.
And if you're finding this back wing still doesn't look dark enough, you can come back with that dark blue that we used to shade the dress. You can give it a light layer. That'll darken it up and push it back.
I like the really simple pattern you gave the wings, because usually like they're super detailed.
Yeah, I try to keep things simple and easy to follow. And the wings are complete.
They're beautiful. Oh, yours look more, well.
I like them better in the second one than I did the first time. I learned something.
Yay.
So I'm going to switch these around here so we can work on her arms.
Mine didn't turn green when it blended with that blue I had.
The yellow and the blue made green? I would hope so.
It didn't.
Yeah, it didn't?
Didn't blend it, yeah.
Oh.
Weird. You'll see. I'm putting a little heavier yellow. Maybe that'll help.
Yep, if it didn't work the first time, you can always come back, add another layer of color, add another layer of color, and keep adding layers of color.
Oh yeah, your wings look beautiful.
Thank you. Hopefully yours do too at the end. So from her dress sleeve, I'm going to bring down her elbow. How far down, you're not sure? Well, then use the light blue of the dress, and you can mark it, and you think, maybe it'll go down that far, because that one will be colored into the dress later anyway. And then we'll have her arm coming forward. Her arm will be just a little thicker than her neck, maybe the same width. So we're going to have this lower arm overlap just a little bit. That line is going to sneak back there. If you remember anatomy class, the thumb side on the top is going to have a little bit of a curve to it, and the bottom one will be straighter. And then for the hand, what we're going to do is leave a tiny gap from her wrist over here and make a little check mark. That's going to be this check mark right here where she's holding the flower. And And you can connect with a little bump for the thumb. Back of the hand down here. And we're going to have a longer little bump for the first finger. The rest is just a straight line. So I'll come out, make a little bump. And the rest straight back down in there. Then let's add the flower stem. Let me adjust my camera a little bit here. I'm going to grab a light green and right from her hand start coloring in. Until it gets about to almost the end of her finger. Ignore that, my house is not on fire. Somebody's probably making pizza or something.
Oh.
That's where my green stem is going to start. If I imagine it going right through the hand, it'll come out the other side. Just hover your pencil right over that spot and then continue it on the other side.
Get a light green, right?
Yep, there's a light green.
I have a magnet that says dinner's done when the smoke alarm goes off.
Yep, exactly. That's what it is in my house. We don't quite know where her dress is yet and how this is going to go into her dress, so I'm not going to finish off that stem there. But I do want to make this stem get skinnier and skinnier and skinnier and skinnier until it gets to the very end. So I'll take my one line, leave a little bit of room for the flower at the end. Reminds me of the fishing pole we just did.
Forget me? No, wait, these aren't forget-me-nots.
This is Lily of the Valley, which apparently are pretty poisonous.
Whoa.
So don't eat them or touch them. You've got your green fishing pole. And we're going to add just a little squashed heart at the end for kind of a little green bud there. Then I'm going to take a very, very sharp, same color as the skin, your outline color. I'm not going to connect the entire shape of the blossom, as you can see on this one. I only did some of the brown and then some of it lost and found edges. So I'll start with my bell curve, and there's one little petal. I'm going to leave it disconnected as I do the next little petal. Disconnected, like that. Just leaves a little area. And I'm going to get that blue that I used for the dress, but you can also use a light yellow. I'll show you the difference here. Let me zoom in. Two styles of flowers here. You can use the blue and the pink, like I did up here, to color in some of the shading, or you can use the yellow and I think it was blue. Yellow and blue on the flowers, whichever style you like best. I'm going to use the blue and the pink, like this top flower here. I'm just coloring in a little upside down raindrop. And this edge over here. And then one more little blob of a shadow over there. 1, 2, 3. You can do that with blue or yellow, and then bring in your pink that you used on the wings, and we'll just color the left edge. We're going to do this a number of times, depending on how many blossoms you want. But first you need a little green stem for them to come off of, so you can pick a spot and have another little curve. It's going to get thicker as it connects to the main stem and a little thinner as it gets to the flower. Sometimes they have these little cowlick curls before they get to the blossom. I'm using a very, very light touch. You can color the flowers one by one, or I prefer to plot out all my blossoms first and then come back and do the shading. I'm going to stick another one right at the top here. If they go to the back, your curve is going to be a little curvier than when they curve to the side or to the front. Hide that one behind there. Put another one down here. Tell everyone is concentrating because it got really quiet.
Gotta get our curves right, girl.
Right, got to get all these curves in there. After you're done with your flowers, you're going to come back with your darker green and just add some dark green to either side of your stem.
Well, the pencils blend a lot easier than the ink did when we were using colored ink. That's-
Yeah, colored ink was really unforgiving. These you have a little bit of wiggle room.
And you can blend these.
And I'm also going to put a little bit of that brown that I used for the outlines for her face, her hand, and her feet. And just kind of drop that in every once in a while on the stem just to kind of unify it a little bit. So we don't have just green over here and then pink over here. We kind of want to layer up our colors so that they all flow into one another.
Oh, hey Betsy.
Yep.
You know that there was like a comic book series based on Tinkerbell?
I didn't know that there was a comic, no.
I read one of the, like I had one that I got it like from those school, what is it, like book fair? School book fair. I've literally only read that one, but I
Yeah.
enjoyed that.
That's one more than I ever read.
It's different from like the movies where it's like it's got different characters. It's got like a fairy who doesn't have wings, like because I guess she traded them to like an evil dragon or whatever for the lives of somebody or whatever.
Wow. Kind of getting dark there.
That was deep.
Yeah, it didn't happen in my comic book. I just saw a preview of it, like that, like of the backstory of the character. I was like, "Oh, that sounds cool," and then I never found any of the other comics.
Well,
It was a cool little mini graphic novel full of like various like stories, like a couple of them.
oh, a little anthology.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't understand any of those words you guys are using. Mythology and
Graphic novel just means it's like a big comic book. Like it's got a lot of
okay, I've seen those. I know that. Okay, good.
like imagine a novel, but instead of words, it's comics, like just a comic.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I was saying about Tinkerbell?
Tinkerbell's my favorite character.
Yeah, but do you understand what I was talking about in the comic?
I didn't know she had comics. I think I knew she had a cartoon.
That's what I was going to say. I know she has a cartoon or had one with other fairies in it.
Mhm.
3 to 5 movies. 3
I
to 5.
probably plugged the grandchild into it while I got something else done.
I've watched them. They're not very good. Like, I guess they're good for a kid, but like an adult, I don't find them entertaining.
Once you have your stem done, we're going to put in the front of the dress. So I'm just going to come off the sleeve here a little bit. Come down. And the fabric will pool a little bit at her knee, bump out a little bit. Should probably zoom in a little more. There we go. And again, since this color is going to be blended in, if you don't get the shape right the first time, that's okay. You just keep sketching until you get it right, and we're going to fill it in anyway. And I'll just lightly go over the entire dress.
fairies too fat. I'm gonna make more wings.
All right.
But she's gonna keep a booty. Okay, there we go.
Once you've colored in your entire shape, we're going to put in a couple of wrinkles. So we have this little bump at the back where the fabric is going to be bulging outward. So I'll just put a diagonal curve leading right to that bump. And then from the bottom of the bump, it goes over her leg and then sweeps up.
Okay, are you using the shadow material for that?
Yep. Yep, the same one I used up here on the sleeve. I'm down here. Doing a slightly different wrinkle pattern than I did the first time because my shapes are a little different. So I got to go with the shapes. We'll have some shading on the bottom, so just along the entire bottom of the dress. And then we'll have a couple of shadows going downward, like right behind her arm here. Kind of fun doing fabric with colored pencils because you just start coloring a blob and all of a sudden it turns into a fold. That shading effect. Some of them get a little iffy. I'm not sure about this one up by the knee, but I'll just color that in, make it all shadow. There we go. It'll be fine.
You ever think, oh man, I'm doing something good, but then you finally decide to zoom out and realize, oh, that doesn't look good. Nope,
Doesn't look good or doesn't look half bad?
No, I mean, like the anatomy is off. Like I was so focused inside that I didn't realize like the body parts like weren't sized all together. So it's like she kind of has like really weird like length of leg and arm and stuff.
Yeah,
Need to
proportions
fix
are
that, right?
so tricky.
Yeah. Not ruined, just not done yet.
I don't like some of my wrinkles, so I'm making it darker and then going to make it darker. See if that works.
On this one, I layered some purple to make some of the shadows darker, but if you don't want to do that, that's fine. You can use the same technique that we did on the sleeve where we started with a darker pressure or a harder pressure, and then we lightened up as we went to the back. So I can do that on some of these wrinkles here. I start dark and then just get lighter. Well, next week we'll do a Stegosaurus and draw him a friend. Okay, I'm gonna head over to the other class. Good seeing you. Thanks for hanging out with me. See you next time. After you have her dress finished, you can extend that stem right up to meet it. So it'll go right behind her dress. Then for the skin, I'm going to add just a little light patch of pink on the cheek, on the nose, on the elbow, and on the bottom of the feet here. Maybe a little bit on the fingers. And then with whatever your skin color is, you're going to just lightly color right over the top of those pink spots.
The nose.
Nose, cheeks, elbow, fingertips, bottom of the feet. Or I just did the heel and the ball of the foot.
Show me the feet again, please.
Sure.
Oh.
I just got it right here on the heel, and then right on the ball of the foot. You can do the toes a little bit if you like.
My feet are deformed, but it should be okay.
And then we'll just color over with whatever skin color you've chosen. If the lines tend to disappear or anything gets too muddy, you can just come back in with a darker color and bring your lines back.
Oh, this is wonderful.
Oh, wonderful, huh? Even with deformed feet, it's all right? Okay.
Oh, they're fairies, man. I have deformed feet. They can have deformed feet.
Right.
Right.
They don't do that much walking anyway, right?
They wear all those high heels. It doesn't.
Yeah. Flying around. You might want to give her a little eyelash. And this shadowy area would be right here under her sleeve.
So weird to hear that in the background because it sounds like
Like your phone.
Yeah.
So we have about
She needs another arm.
I was going to say, we can choose between the leaves in the background or the other arm.
Ah, let's see. Oh.
Leaves, arms, everything.
In the second drawing, in like the official art, you can only see like a little bit past her wrist if you don't want to do like an
Yeah, she just has her other hand kind of poking out, and I didn't like it, so I changed it.
Yeah, let's do an arm.
Arm.
I'll leave it back here, so if you want to do leaves, you can see the reference, and then I'll take you through the arm. So mine happens to have a flower close enough that I can put her hand behind the flower. If you don't have a flower that close, draw one, so you don't have to draw the hand. But once you have your flower there, we're going to just draw a little thumb poking up right by the flower and go right behind. And we'll have the other side of the hand right there. And then we just connect that down back to her body. And this one I can't see as much of it as the first one, but that's all right. And because it's farther away, I'm just going to go ahead and color in.
What about that sleeve? Do we put a sleeve on it?
On this one I did because I could see her upper arm. So if you can see the upper arm in the drawing, go ahead and add a little blue triangle for the sleeve, but on this one I can't see it. So I'm just going to leave it off.
I look like I have just a forearm. What did I do?
That's what I have too. I just have a forearm.
Oh, okay.
No elbow. No elbow showing. It's behind her body.
I might need an elbow. Let's see.
Oh, we might have time for a couple leaves.
Hey, did you watch Strange Magic?
No, I don't think so.
The one about like the fairies, and it's a musical, but instead of writing their own songs, they use a bunch of like different like pop songs.
I can't see that I ever saw it.
Yeah.
Is it good? Should I see it?
I don't know. It's kind of like one of those things where it's like I don't know. It's like you might like it and you might not.
No.
The specific
Hit or miss.
Yeah, it's hit or miss is the.
That's a term, yeah. For the leaves, I'm going to use that same outline color that I've been using for her face and her feet and all that. I'm going to come out pretty much from the back of her wing here and come up. Basically, you can just move your wrist because it's a nice big curve. Make a little point.
Yeah, my sleeve might look like her boobs, but oh well.
Oh well.
Okay. I'm not doing good with leaves today. Let's.
Don't draw them then. Just don't draw them.
Okay. You know how some days you can do some things?
Yeah. Another thing you might want to do though, instead of leaves, you can just put a circle behind her and just color it in.
Yeah.
If you're not confident about drawing a circle, you go grab a bowl from, put it down there and just trace around.
That's my kind of girl.
And then I like this little leaf sticking out over here. So right by her feet or maybe a little bit away from her feet. I'll have another one over here. And then if you want to do this pretty curly leaf, First, you need a little Nike swoosh. Kind of sideways there. That's the leaf curling over. And then do a reverse curve for the rest of it. And then I might add one more leaf over here. Maybe another little twist, because those are fun. Then I gave them a whole layer of light green. Really light touch, you don't have to grind your pencils in. Just lightly all over. And then very similar to the hair, I took my darker green and I started flicking from the tip. But then I shaded in about, I don't know, a third or a half of the leaf. Maybe not half, probably a little less than half. And then I also flipped a little bit from the stem upward. And for this one, I think I had a third dark green. If you don't have a third dark green, you can use the dark blue that we used on the dress, and you can lightly come in and put a darker layer just with your blue pencil. Just about 10 minutes left.
Shadow. She needs a shadow.
Yeah, I was saying, what? Oh, shadow.
Yeah, if you want to color in a shadow underneath your knees there, you can do that. I'm not sure how much I like the clean edge. I think I'd probably change it on this one and do more of a scraggly edge, sketchy edge. But whichever one you like better, do it.
Do it!
Do it. Just do it.
I think my Alzheimer's has faded because I remember I think I took the blended color pencil from a different class.
Oh.
That sounds right.
Yeah. Just to let you know, I think it's clearing up a little bit, guys.
Oh, okay. I was racking my brain too. When did I teach colored pencil? And it had to be fairly recently because Stephanie hasn't been with us for that long.
No, it was a blending of colored pencils. So what I did was whoever taught parrots, you've taught parrots, right, Betsy?
Parrots?
Yeah, with the ink,
With
With-
ink?
colored ink, parrots.
Yeah, so I took the parrots to the other class,
Mm-hmm.
used the colored pencils on them.
Ah, that's where you got the colored pencil knowledge.
I screwed it up. But oh, Betsy, this is fun, and mine's turning out terrific.
All right.
Yeah. Doesn't look at all like yours, but I like it.
That's okay. I mean, I drew both of these and they don't exactly look alike, so that just goes to show. It doesn't have to look like mine.
Remember how you taught me to blend the colors, layering them over and down? That's a no.
No, not really. No, we did a little bit of layering with pens, but never a colored pencil.
Oh, you're done. You're signing.
I'm done signing it.
Oh, wait. All right, you can be done just because you're done. That doesn't mean
You
I'm
guys
done.
had 5 whole minutes.
Oh, good. I think that's about right.
Will we do show and tell 5 whole minutes?
Yes, after 5 minutes, we're doing show and tell.
Now I want to see the other ladies. And Mikey, you better have something to show. Michaela. Can't get the Mikey business. When did that happen?
I just call myself Mickey.
Oh, Mickey.
Now it's Mickey?
Yeah, it's always been Mickey.
Oh,
You've
I'm
never
the
told
one who
anybody?
does Mikey, eh? Sorry. Mickey.
Yeah.
I think if you either doubled the K or took off the E, people would know it was Mickey and not Mikey. Or you can leave it like that and just tell people, it's Mickey.
Right, we could maybe catch on. Maybe.
Speak for yourself.
Well, I'm the one who keeps calling her Mikey.
I'm a hard sell.
Mickey. Mickey.
Mickey like Michaela. That'll be easier to remember.
It makes sense.
Isn't there a song? Hey, Mickey, you're so cool. You're so cool.
Yeah.
Fine.
Hey, Mickey.
You're so fine. You blow my mind.
Mickey. Hey, Mickey. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I thought.
Yeah, that's partially the reason why I chose Mickey.
Oh.
You're so cool.
You're so fine.
Thanks.
Oh, my mind. Oh, I'm not done. I have a little more
How
brown.
do you decide to stop, Betsy? How do you decide? Oh,
I decide to stop when our time is up.
I mean, when you're drawing on your own.
When I'm drawing on my own, I kind of let the process tell me when I'm done. Like after I put in my 3 greens on this leaf, what else am I gonna do to it? Like that's the end of the process. So
Okay.
I usually let the process tell me. But like this one I was doing when I was hanging out with some buddies in art meet, and I had about a half an hour left, so I started taking green and putting it into her dress. I started like coloring more shading, more and more shading,
That's
and it
what
got a little overworked. So I'm just gonna stop this time after the end of the process. But no, you can go on forever. Because then you decide, oh, I don't like that position of the arm. I'm going to change the arm. No, I don't like that. I'm going to change that. Yeah, it can go on a long time.
Yeah, but without erasing, we can't change them.
Yeah, that's one benefit of not being able to erase is you work with what you got. One minute left, and then we'll do some show and tell.
Not sure I like that arm, but oh well, next time.
Next time.
I like my first arm. That turned out nice. Yeah. Let me see. Dun, 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 dun. Come show the ladies. And look.
Let's see. Let me spotlight your video.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa,
Ooh.
cool.
How it opens up. This is a really hard one.
Wow.
Do these things move? There's a little man sitting there. Can you see that?
Yeah,
Oh, a little pilot in
he's
there?
not in there.
Wow.
Not
Is
in
he?
there right now?
Fly back to
Cool.
the dark
Cool.
to get it.
All right, that's time. Whoops, let me spotlight your video
Brilliant.
for everybody.
Ooh, pull it back a little bit. Yes. Oh, I like her big
Me
hair.
too. I like her big hair.
Yeah.
I like the leaves too. They came out great.
Yeah.
You put some yellow in there.
That was fun.
That was super cool.
Great wings.
Here's
Three
the,
more men.
what are those men called? Darth Vader? Is that Darth Vader?
Darth Vader?
We met, Michaela might
This-
know. Hold it up here to the camera. She might know. Can you see it?
Looks like a TIE fighter pilot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it just looked like a black stormtrooper. Oh,
That-
but
That's Darth Vader.
Vader, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks like Vader.
You know who this is? Who is
No.
that?
That one.
Oh, his hair came off.
Oh, his hair came off.
I'm only vaguely aware of Star Wars from pulp culture references.
Okay.
Who else has a fairy to show?
I have a fairy to show.
Let me see.
Oh, Kristen beat me to it. Sorry.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Oh, look at your cute little fairy.
I like her face. Best of all.
I like the lack of big hair. I like that hair.
Yeah, I think your face came out really nice.
Okay, let's see.
All right, let's see,
Carl.
I
Karen.
don't know who Finn is, honey.
This is Finn.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, look at that.
Wow, we can look at
I like those shading on the leaves.
Your shading
Thank
is fantastic.
Thank you.
Wow.
There's more down here, but I think I would put it more
Yeah.
like that.
That is beautiful.
You know where they are?
You did that with pencils?
It's actually a crayon because I couldn't find my pencils.
Well, that
Wow.
So,
was a
crayon.
crayon work.
Yeah. Watercolor crayon. So. That's what I had.
Impressive.
Hey,
Yeah,
I think it's beautiful.
Thank
you
you.
work with what you got.
All those leaves.
Have we seen everybody?
We're just
Yeah.
gonna see if Michaela has
Oh,
it.
Michaela, share your screen.
Yeah, I really I feel really bad about the anatomy, but otherwise.
Let's see it.
Okay,
Color.
it's not anatomy class.
Oh, yeah.
Aw,
Looks
Yeah.
great.
yeah, little fairy.
Boy, the face and the hair are
Ah.
just perfect and nice long
Yeah,
neck
I
on
have
her.
this reference image right over here.
Yeah, I can. You really got it. Boy.
Do we have time for a watercolor I did?
Sure.
Dovetail?
Sure.
Stop sharing.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and spotlight your video. Wow.
Whoa.
Oh, you're good.
Cool.
Oh, I had help.
Oh, that's wonderful.
that's
Boy, those
lovely.
flowers.
The window, left side. You
That's
can
right.
see the side of the building because it's over there. Nice.
So Lonnie and I did this.
Really? Oh, good.
So she did
Brilliant.
one, I did one. So I'm like, oh, I like your, your flowers and your this. And she's like, well, I like the way you dry brushed.
So
Put them all together.
did you Zoom or are you daring to meet? You and Lonnie.
We met. We met. We did it.
Be
at her
careful.
place. Yes.
Be careful, but I think, you pick and choose who you're going to.
Exactly. There's only
Yeah.
a few.
Nobody who coughs.
No.
Really fast, huh?
This is,
Oh, yes. This is your
yeah,
the bunny, right?
yeah. The reference, there was no facial features because it's a Siamese sable. So
Oh, it's all dark fur, yeah.
our assignment was monochromatic 7 values. She counted. how many
Oh.
that
You
she
can tell where the face is just
Yeah.
because of the shape.
And then I did that one. That's just gobbledygook. That's a
Gobbledygook.
No, it's like an
an
aster
Oh, that's
flower.
cute.
There you go.
So these are watercolor, right?
Ah,
Yeah, I love watercolor.
I do too.
I love
So
watercolor.
do I.
Yeah, so we all been playing, huh?
yeah.
Yeah.
Good that you guys are doing things outside.
Bring on the pandemic. It gives you some time.
Gives you some time to work on it.
Although it's been very nice outside, so it's hard for me to get my butt in. I'm usually doing these at midnight or something. I love being outside, aka I have to go to the dermatologist next week and explain why I love being outside.
Bad girl.
The interviews he doesn't see.
Excellent. Well, next week is Zinnia.
Love this, Betsy. Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. Glad you guys had a good time, and I'll see you next week.
All right.